So, Janice, can you take us inside that room with Donald Trump and all those world leaders, if you can? What do you know that we haven't seen or heard about what happened there?
Well, what I do know is that there was quite a heated discussion over the biggest issue, the international stabilization force. First, bigger than we thought, 30 to 40,000, and then an argument about who does it get its mandate from the UN or not. Our prime minister feels very strongly that it should be UN mandated.
So this deal you're talking about, I mean, we're trying to glean intel like this because we don't really know what is in the deal.
No.
It hasn't been made public. Why is that, and what more do you expect to see in it?
You know, that's really unusual, Adrienne, that they don't issue a communique. You know this. I think what was signed was what has already happened. And the real discussion in the room about what next, there is no document. And they didn't want to release a signed document that told us that they had signed off on what had already been done. And they wanted a signing ceremony. In other words, Donald Trump wanted a signing ceremony.
But signing ceremonies are things you do when you declare sort of mission accomplished and everyone pats themselves on the back and then goes home. That's what you do at the end of a process. This is just the beginning of the tough stuff.
Well, we have a different president and we have a different style of working. And so what you said is accurate, except not for him. Now, what did we get out of the show today? We got, I think, 2 or 3 important things. One, he kept that coalition going, which is going to be really, really important. 2, I paid attention to wasn't there. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, was not there. The Emir from the Emirates was not there, and the Prime Minister of India was not there. These are not small omissions, but everybody else was. They signed on. There is an ongoing discussion of commitments, and probably the most interesting comment was made in that meeting between Donald Trump and President al-Sisi, where Steve Witkoff said, we're already working on the implementation, Jared and I, and we'll be back to you.
Okay. One quick thing that's been interesting today, we're seeing armed Hamas gunmen on the streets. It appears that they've been carrying out executions. Trump has suggested, the president has suggested, that they have authorization to police the streets for a time. Do you see any consequences there?
I think that's a terrible decision, Adrienne, an absolutely terrible decision. There's always a short window when citizens, frankly, and that's what Palestinians are, want to change and want to break away from a very authoritarian group of guys that they, frankly, many of them are really angry at Hamas. So to empower Hamas during this critical period, I think that was Trump's first serious misstep in this process. Once you give him police power, very, very difficult to wrest it back.
Okay, well, everyone's hanging on to see what happens next. Janice Stein, thank you.
You're so welcome.